the first time in more than a month, the federal government back open this morning. Coming up, the impact on the issues that it created.
Plus, Dane County's new budget. We'll take a look at the cuts and how it will impact your tax bill.
And body cameras in Madison, the reason officers won't be wearing them next year.
And good morning, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now this morning on your Thursday. I'm Kyrie Unley.
I'm Chris Stanford. Thank you for tuning in. Thursday, little Friday Eve, headed into the weekend, and it's not feeling too bad out there.
Not too bad at all, especially for almost halfway through November already.
Yeah, I will say it is chilly this morning. It doesn't quite feel as chilly because we didn't have the same kind of winds we did yesterday, right, Savannah?
Exactly. That's why we're not seeing as low of temperatures when you factor in the wind chills. We had that everywhere yesterday. Here's the difference. You see several areas reporting calm wind speeds, but the few locations that are closer to about 8 to 10 miles per hour, Monroe's a little bit higher than that at 12 miles per hour. Those are the spots that are seeing a little bit of a wind chill and what feels like they're down to the 20s. Although we do have a couple of air temperatures that are down to the 20s right now, too, west of Madison. 9 miles per hour in Waukesha, 5 in Sheboygan, and 10 up in Manitowoc. We've now fallen back down to an air temperature of 29 in Madison. We did rise from 30 to 35, but now falling back down there. Janesville's at 28, Monroe a little bit warmer than that at 34. Lone Rock's down to 22, and Black River Falls did fall to the upper teens. They're now reporting a temperature up to 20. But today is going to be a little bit warmer with more sunshine than what we had yesterday, and that warming pattern will continue Friday and Saturday. We'll talk about how far temperatures are going to be above average coming up.
Sounds good. Well, the House and the President have both passed a new stopgap funding bill in Washington, ending the nation's longest government shutdown.
And the reopening is already making an impact. For those on Obamacare, today's reopening could more than double their health insurance cost. Meanwhile, more services are coming back as furloughed federal employees return to work. They'll receive back pay, and some experts predict a potential economic rebound.
Even though it gets made up in the measured GDP data, the real human impact is never fully recovered.
The key to ending the shutdown was 8 senators breaking ranks to vote with Republicans in exchange for a promise of a late vote on health care subsidies. Looking ahead, it's still unclear when air travel will return to normal or when SNAP benefits will reach the people who rely on them.
The shutdown took a toll on federal workers who've been without paychecks since October 1st. Now that paychecks are resuming, financial experts advise assessing your situation before making any big money moves. They also recommend reaching out to lenders about options, especially for credit card debt, which usually carries high interest rates. If you have good credit, you might qualify for a balance transfer to lower your payments.
With a balance transfer credit card, you could get a 0% APR, anywhere from 12 to, I've seen about 21 months lately. And you can transfer your debt to that card and then pay it down monthly, interest-free during that trial period.
For households that want to get a jump on rebuilding emergency savings and paying down debt, some suggest a temporary side hustle. 6:02 now. New this morning, Greenfield police asking for your help finding a missing man.
Mark Ziegler was last seen at his home on November 5th after missing his usual weekly dinner with friends. Officials say the 74-year-old was not reported missing until late yesterday when he failed to return calls from multiple family members. He has gray hair and blue eyes, 5'6", 160 pounds, and is a double-leg amputee who often uses an electric scooter. Authorities also report his 2007 blue Chrysler Town and Country van is missing. The van has a special handicap ramp and a VIP sticker on the tailgate. If you see him or the van, please call the Greenfield Police Department.
A man is fighting for his life this morning after a severe crash on U.S. Highway 51 Tuesday night. The sheriff's office says just after midnight, deputies responded to a semi-tractor trailer rollover. The driver was headed north on the highway when he struck a crossover turnaround in the median. The semi-truck and trailer flipped across into the southern lanes, which were shut down for more than 5 hours. The driver was seriously hurt. The passenger is expected to survive.
Dane County Executive Melissa Agard has signed the 2026 budget despite concerns over a $31 million structural deficit. The Board of Supervisors says that they have addressed this deficit for now, calling the budget a balanced plan that protects critical services. However, the board acknowledges future challenges and says there will be tough decisions in future budget cycles. The spending plan tops $916 million. The average City of Madison property owner will see a tax increase of just over $15. The Sheriff's Department will freeze 20 vacant positions. The budget also reduces cuts to nonprofit agencies to 1% and provides just over $1 million in operational support for the new men's shelter.
Meantime, Madison Police will not be getting body cameras next year. This week, the Common Council voted down an amendment that would have transferred $400,000 from the Independent Police Monitor Office to fund the Madison Police Body Camera Program. Sponsors of the amendment say it's a better use of taxpayer dollars. The office came under scrutiny last year for a lack of timely reporting.
There are 14 investigations right now sitting in that office. We don't know what they are. Some of them could be serious. If they're serious, we as the public deserve to know.
I just want the auditors to be on record of, are you supporting body-worn cameras or not? And are you willing to support a department that's ineffective?
Last month, the Independent Police Monitor resigned for medical reasons. The Police Community Oversight Board is currently looking to hire a replacement. Now to new developments in the federal immigration crackdown in Chicago.
A federal judge has ordered ICE to release hundreds of detainees. A U.S. District Court judge says ICE's recent arrest may have violated a federal court order. The judge has ordered the release of 13 people so far. By next Friday, more than 600 others will have to be released into alternatives to detention programs on bond. The government must also provide a list of detainees, including names and arrest details. This could affect up to 3,000 people. And the New York Times is reporting that President Trump is planning to allow new oil and gas drilling off of California's coast. New drilling in those waters hasn't been permitted in about 40 years. The administration's move would set the stage for conflict with California Governor Gavin Newsom, a major Trump critic and staunch offshore drilling opponent. He says the plan would be dead on arrival in California and the state would challenge it in court.
Goodman Community Center is getting ready to help families in need for Thanksgiving, and they could use your help. Our basket drive starts on Saturday. We're looking to help fill 4,000 baskets this year, and we can't do it alone. News 3 Now is once again partnering up. So look for special coverage on all of our newscasts soon. You can start donating online right now. Just go to goodmancenter.org/donate.
This morning, the Middleton Memorial Veterans Hospital will be honoring a Bronze Star. Sergeant Lynn Mitkos served 5 tours as an armor crewman in Vietnam and has also received 5 Purple Hearts. When he came back to the States, Lynn later continued his duty to the nation by helping recruit future soldiers. The special celebration will be in the Madison VA Hospital's auditorium and will begin at 11 this morning.
6:07 here on your Thursday. Let's check in with Savannah Brito and what's coming up in your first warn forecast. Hi, Savannah.
Hey guys, here's the difference between what we had yesterday. We had wind chills in place across all of southern Wisconsin. Yes, air temperatures are cold, but what you see is what you get. We don't have a wind chill factored in. Some of us are down to the mid to upper 20s though, and a few a little bit even cooler than that. Lone Rock's at 22. We're still at 29 in Madison right now. Monroe checking into 33 degrees. We do have a couple areas that are also close to freezing level. Platteville's at 31, but temperatures are going to be a little bit warmer than what we had yesterday. Everyone should see the mid-50s. A lot of sunshine early in the day, and then we'll see clouds increase for the rest of the day, specifically the evening and overnight hours. No rain today, but we'll talk about when we will, or when we could see that. Return to the forecast coming up.
Sounds good. Coming up in your morning sports, we're looking ahead to the Packers' next matchup. Our senior Packers writer breaks down how Green Bay can bounce back from 2 ugly losses.
And good morning, everyone. I'm Josh Breiter. It is Thursday morning, which means we are working for the weekend in the 608. I'll have your weekend planner just ahead.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
On this Thursday, we are working for the weekend in the 608.
Hi, Josh Breiter is planning out your weekend for you and the family to enjoy. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Are you guys ready?
Let's do it.
I'm ready.
Let's
the
see.
holiday season is upon us, and it's certainly showing in this week's planner. Here are your 3 things to do this weekend in the 608. First up, the 37th annual Holiday Fantasy and Lights returns to Olin Park. This is a free drive-through tradition brought to you by NECA and IBEW Local 159. Enjoy 6 weeks of festive displays starting at dusk Saturday night, running through December 31st. Just watch out for those possible John Nolan Drive closures with the construction. Updates will be posted on their Facebook page, but the show will be open every night. Booth hours run 4:30 to 10 p.m. nightly. We'll be out there to see what's new live Monday morning on News 3 Now. Up next, the Dane County Farmers Market is moving indoors for the season with 5 holiday markets at Monona Terrace. The first one is Saturday when doors open at 7:30 in the morning. More than 65 local vendors will offer Wisconsin-grown produce, meats, cheeses, baked goods, plus holiday favorites like wreaths, soaps, and candles. Cookbooks, merchandise, and gift certificates are also available. Then on Sunday, Madison Comic-Con is back for its winter show at the Monona Terrace. This runs from 10 to 4:30. You'll find comic book dealers, artists, special guests, plus toys, trading cards, and collectibles. The long-running convention returns with fun for all ages just in time for the holidays. Tickets for that are $12. For more happenings this weekend in the 608, go to channel3000.com. We're officially 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving. I don't know where the time is going, guys. There's a lot to look forward to.
Yes, there is. Lots of holiday events are ramping up. Before you know it, you'll be doing the tree lightings and all that. And yeah, it comes pretty quickly.
Yeah, Savannah and I will be doing the Hilldale tree next Sunday. So
It's next Sunday already?
I know. I'm just like, what is going on?
Good grief.
Yeah. November's getting out of here pretty quickly.
Sneaking up on us, but I'm ready for it. You guys know that.
Yes, absolutely. You've had your tree up for how many days now?
Since,
it's been
about 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
About 2 weeks now. Yeah. I'm not mad at it. You know, get in the holiday spirit. Okay.
All right, good.
You got to do it.
Yes.
Josh, thank you.
You bet.
Josh is always looking for inspirational stories and events to share in the 608. Have an idea for him? Reach out and let him know about it.
Well, let's check in with Savannah. What's those wind speeds looking like?
Well, we're seeing calm winds across a lot of the area, but the few places that are upwards of 5 to 10, even 12 miles per hour in Monroe, do see a little bit of a wind chill out there this morning. Waukesha is at 9 miles per hour, Milwaukee 8, and Fond du Lac also at 8. But the rest of south central Wisconsin pretty much seeing those calm winds. We have dropped, though, to an air temperature of 29 in Madison, 31 in Waunakee, 32 in Middleton. Lots of 20s out there this morning, though, many more than what we had yesterday. Monroe is still at 34, though. Watoma 25, La Crosse at freezing level, same with Juneau. Both those places 32. Lots of sunshine expected early in the day. We're waking up with calm or clear skies and calm winds right now in Madison, but that's going to change later in the day with wind speeds picking up to 10 miles per hour. Not as breezy as yesterday, but then cloud cover is really going to increase as we head past lunchtime and closer to dinner time, that 5, 6, 7 p.m. time frame. Daytime highs will achieve the mid-50s, though, everywhere across south central Wisconsin, so it will be a mild day, close to 10 degrees actually above average. We see that break in the super breezy pattern we had yesterday, but winds gusting up to 30 miles per hour. That's going to return Saturday. It'll still be breezy on Sunday, maybe a brief break Monday before wind speeds rebound to about 25 to 30 miles per hour by early to midweek next week. How about the rain chances? We're dry at least through the end of the week. I think we could see a few stray showers Saturday with a cold front. The best chance is going to be closer to where that cold front kind of meets the low pressure, basically central and northern Wisconsin. So I think we're out of the woods as far as widespread rain, and then cooler by Sunday with better rain chances returning by Monday night and Tuesday morning. So next week definitely looks more active after that second cold front passes on Saturday. That's what will drop our temperatures. 63 Saturday, down to 45 on Sunday. We're expecting more sunshine the second half of the weekend, but definitely a lot cooler. That is exactly where we should be, though, and those temperatures that stay in the lower to mid 40s are going to stick around for all of next week pretty much and heading into next weekend.
In your morning sports, headed into last night, the Bucks had dropped 3 of their last 6 games. The matchup against the Hornets wasn't looking like an easy W, especially with Giannis out. Milwaukee fell behind early, and Charlotte held on to the lead. Ryan Rollins led the Bucks in scoring with 25 points. Miles Turner had 21. In the end, Bucks fall 111 to 100, and they are 7-5 on the season all of a sudden. Next up, they will host the Hornets tomorrow. And don't forget, this Saturday you can watch the Bucks take on the Lakers right here on Channel 3. The Bucks are hosting LeBron James and company starting at 7 o'clock. That's just one of 8 games that we are broadcasting over the air for free, including on Television Wisconsin. You can find the list and times and everything right now. Just go to channel3000.com.
The Wisconsin men's hockey team prepares for tomorrow's game against Ohio State after splitting their series with second-ranked Michigan in Ann Arbor. The Badgers have jumped 13 spots in national rankings to number 7 after entering the season at number 20. Wisconsin now faces another tough Big Ten opponent in what Coach Mike Hastings calls the deepest conference in college hockey.
If you're not ready and you're not good, you can get embarrassed because the players on the other bench, the coaching staffs throughout the league, they're well prepared.
The Badgers will return to the Kohl Center tomorrow night at 7 to face Ohio State. The Buckeyes have won 10 of their last 12 matchups against Wisconsin at home, presenting another challenge for the climbing Badgers. And Packers fans are frustrated after the team dropped 2 games and dropped 2 spots in the division.
Yeah, the defense has done its part. It's the offense that struggled. Senior Packers writer Jason Wilde reports on what the Packers will have to do to bounce back.
Good morning, everybody from Lambeau Field. The Packers looking to get back to their winning ways after back-to-back losses. They head to New York to face the New York Giants on Sunday in the Meadowlands in New Jersey. And Matt LaFleur challenging his offensive line to raise its collective game, having lost starting center Elton Jenkins to a season-ending, most likely, leg injury, and having had inconsistent performance throughout the year.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we have challenged them. I always think football, no matter who you're playing for, where you're at, what level, it starts up front. And so, yeah, you're always challenging those guys. And those guys, I think they know we can do better. And, you know, it's just each week's going to be a little bit different. And we got a great challenge in front of us when you look at the front for the New York Giants. This is one of the premier fronts. You know, very rarely do you go against a team that's got 4 first-rounders on it. And so it's going to be a great challenge for us.
What's your level of... We'll see if the Packers' offensive line rises to the occasion against the Giants on Sunday, and we'll have full coverage of everything Packers leading into the game on our website, channel3000.com. And while you're there, make sure you sign up for our Packers newsletter, which delivers our coverage directly to your inbox every single day. In Green Bay at Lambeau Field, Jason Wilde, channel3000.com.
All right, Jason, thank you. Still ahead, a competition putting chores to the test.
And coming up in our next half hour, another new data center could soon be popping up in our backyard. Ahead, who it's for and how much space it could take up. Hey, we're back 6:23. Another gorgeous photo of the Northern Lights. Dylan sharing this with us. Gosh, they were just so vivid. I don't know, were they out again last night?
Yeah, they were. Did you guys catch them? Or
no, I didn't. I forgot all about it.
I couldn't see them either.
I know. I looked. I woke up at like 9 p.m.
I had a theory that our Christmas lights are too bright on our house to be able to see them from our backyard.
Maybe.
So, yeah, I don't know. We should have driven out to the country, though.
Blame it on the beams of light coming from Josh's house. All right, great photo, Dylan. Thanks for sharing it with us.
Gosh, okay. All right, well, here's what's trending this morning. In Las Vegas, some of the Strip's top hotel crews put together their skills to the test at the 35th Annual Housekeeping Olympics. Didn't know this was even a thing. It's been going on for 35 years. So, yeah, look at them go. From bed making and vacuum races to buffer pad tossing, teams showed off the speed and precision that keeps Vegas hotels running. This year, Aria and Vadera took home the overall championship title with Resorts World in second and Staples Business in third. The event celebrates teamwork, speed, and the hardworking staff who keep the entertainment capital of the world looking its best. A lot of these teams came from, I looked them up, 5-star hotels. So it makes... They got to be on the top of their game.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
This is like an Olympic sport, honestly, getting all that stuff done.
Yeah,
I want to see the highlights from the fitted sheet folding contest. I can't fold a fitted sheet to save my life.
No.
There's a big wad of fabric. That's what it is.
I mean putting it on itself is a challenge.
Yeah.
Better yet, folding it.
I need to sit down and take a break after I do that.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Now that itself is, that's a dangerous game you're playing. Well, in other news, Ricola is turning cold season wellness into a fashion statement. So take a look at the material. The brand known for herbal cough drops just unveiled the Ricola collection, its first line of aroma tire. The limited edition scarves are infused with Ricola's signature Swiss alpine herbs, blending style, warmth, and wellness. Available in lemon balm plus mint and peppermint. Each design features premium European textiles and light natural scents. Priced at $40 on their website.
You just can't ever wash it, and then the
Yeah, I
scent
wonder how
goes
long
away.
it'll
Like, yeah, what happens if you
wash
wash it?
Is it crazy that I could actually like smell that now just from that
Yeah.
description?
Yeah,
I was
just
like, yep.
like it opens up your
It
nostrils,
does.
which makes
Yeah,
sense.
I
you
can
know?
breathe again.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know about the colors,
Yeah,
but
it's
Yeah,
Packers
exactly.
colors, so a great stocking stuffer for the Packers fan in your life.
yeah, $40.
What about the old Ricola?
I love those commercials. Classic. Classic. I could see that, the scarf's right up there close to your face. You get that smell. Maybe open up the airways if you got a little head cold.
Yeah, could do the job. We'll have to see.
Sometimes we need anything that can help, right?
Exactly. Yeah, now that it's 6 season, right? We'll be right back with a look at temperatures and wind chill.
This morning, the government is back open for business. Ahead, how your representative voted.
Lots we're learning more about yesterday morning's police presence on Madison's east side. Ahead, what caused residents to evacuate their apartments.
And another data center planning to move into the region. Ahead, which major tech company is building the new 700,000 square foot facility in our backyard. Good morning, everyone. 6:30 here on your Thursday morning. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Josh Brighter in for Kyrion Lee. Boy, it's a little bit nicer out. Yesterday's temperature actually felt a little bit better.
Right. We didn't have the wind like we had yesterday, so a little bit calmer this morning. Still a little nip in the air. Let's check in with Savannah Brito. She's got your first one forecast. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, wind chills not in place across most of the area. That's the difference between what we had yesterday and what we're seeing right now. There are a few locations that are seeing that. We'll show that in a second. 29 right now in Madison, 30 in Waunakee, 28 in Sun Prairie. So we do have a lot of 20s. Yesterday we also did, but Madison did drop a lot more. We were up to 35, now dropped 6 degrees down to 29, and that's where we've been sitting the last about half an hour to hour. Here's the wind chills that we are seeing factored in. Basically those areas that are seeing wind speeds upwards of 5 to 10 miles per hour, that's who has a wind chill factored in. We don't have that in Madison. Our winds are calm, but Monroe seeing a wind chill down to what feels like 26. Manitowoc, Fond du Lac, Juneau, basically all those areas along the lake seeing slightly higher wind speeds. We'll talk about the gusts that we're going to see over the next couple of days and time out who has the best chance of seeing the rain this upcoming weekend coming up.
All right, Savannah, thank you. Well, this morning the government is now open for business again after being closed for a record 43 days.
Overnight, President Trump signed the Senate spending bill into law hours after it passed through the House. This new budget is going to fund the government through January 30th, give federal workers their back pay, and reverse shutdown-related layoffs. Overnight, the White House Office of Management and Budget ordered all of the 670,000 workers back to the office today. The spending bill, though, does not extend Affordable Care Act subsidies. Instead, it ensures that Congress will vote on them at a later date. Democrats say they'll keep fighting.
We believe as Democrats that health care has to be a right, and a right that's affordable and available to every single American in the United States.
The bill would also fund certain programs like SNAP for at least one more year. However, it could take some time, though, for full food aid to be restored to the roughly 42 million Americans who rely on it.
So how did your representative vote on the issue? All 6 of Wisconsin's Republican representatives voted for the spending package. Meanwhile, the state's 2 Democratic members, Mark Pocan and Gwen Moore, voted against the bill.
This new spending bill also may bring an end to Wisconsin's hemp industry. Part of the bill closes the loophole for hemp-derived products in the 2018 Farm Bill. It redefines what makes up legal hemp and eliminates hemp-derived psychoactive products like beverages, edibles, and more. They're sold in places like gas stations and grocery stores.
There will be a lot of people who are at risk of losing a lot of money. And on top of that, there are a lot of people that are supporting these businesses. The reason why so many of them exist is because there's quite a market out there for these products. So I cannot imagine that there will not be a lot of people trying to change the language or put amendments into these kind of bills.
Experts say hemp is a $50 billion industry that employs over 300,000 workers.
This morning, Representative Adelita Grijalva is now a member of Congress after waiting 50 days. The swearing in took place after the House reconvened to vote on a Senate-passed bill to reopen the government. Democrats argued House Speaker Mike Johnson stalled Grijalva's swearing in because she would become the decisive 218th member supporting a vote to force the release of all Jeffrey Epstein case files. Johnson has denied those allegations. That petition will now move forward, with Grijalva signing it just moments after she was sworn in Wednesday.
This comes as Jeffrey Epstein mentioned President Trump by name in multiple newly released private emails. The Associated Press confirming the messages were sent from Epstein to his longtime associate Ghislaine Maxwell and author Michael Wolff over a 15-year span. In them, Epstein says that Trump spent significant time with a woman that the House committee describes as one of Epstein's sex trafficking victims. Epstein also saying that Trump, quote, knew about the girls, and I know how dirty Donald is. The White House calls the release a Democratic smear. 6:34 now. New this morning, the Greenfield Police Department is asking for your help finding a missing man.
Mark Ziegler was last seen at his home on November 5th after missing his usual weekly dinner with friends. Officials say the 74-year-old was not reported missing until late yesterday when he failed to return calls from multiple family members. Ziegler has gray hair and blue eyes. He is 5'6", 160 pounds, and is a double leg amputee who often uses an electric scooter. Authorities also report his 2007 blue Chrysler Town & Country van is missing. The van has a special handicap ramp and a VIP sticker on the tailgate. If you see Ziegler or the van, please call the Greenfield Police Department.
An update on yesterday morning's police presence on the east side. Madison police now saying that someone had fired a gun in an apartment complex, that set off the building's sprinkler system. It happened on Fair Oaks Avenue near the Garver Feed Mill. Police say they arrested a 23-year-old man in connection, and he's currently facing several charges. Our cameraman at the scene witnessed folks evacuating the building. Nobody was hurt. However, the apartment did sustain some pretty significant water damage.
Fitchburg officials are now releasing the identity of a man who died in an apartment fire last Thursday. The fire was at a home at Fish Hatchery Road near Popeyes. The 79-year-old Daniel Colby was pronounced dead at a local hospital. The preliminary results from that investigation confirmed Colby died from injuries he got in the fire. Additional testing is underway and his death remains under investigation. No injuries were reported. Well, turning now to some national news this morning. Prominent civil rights icon Jesse Jackson is now undergoing observation in the hospital.
The Rainbow Push Coalition confirming that it's related to a neurodegenerative condition that was diagnosed earlier. The organization he founded says that he's been dealing with symptoms of that condition for more than a decade. Jackson rose to the national stage in the 1960s by advocating for racial equality, economic justice, and voter rights. The exact nature of his hospitalization is not known, though. The nation's highest court set to hear a couple of cases in January. First is the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court's expected to take up a pair of challenges to state bans that block transgender students from playing on sports teams that align with their gender identity. Then on January 21st, the court will also hear arguments over whether President Trump can fire Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook. Both of those decisions are set to be decided before the end of June. More local news this morning. Facebook and Instagram's parent company Meta will soon be building a $1 billion AI facility in Beaver Dam.
The new 700,000 square foot facility comes as multiple companies are continuing to express interest in building similar sites across parts of southern Wisconsin. Residents have raised concerns about the impact centers will have on their communities, including over water consumption. That's a fear a representative from Meta sought to quell.
Meta prioritizes water stewardship as well, and we have a goal to be water positive in 2030. That means that we will restore more water than we actually consume.
This site in Beaver Dam will be Meta's first Wisconsin-based data center. In a statement on the data center, Governor Evers says in part, quote, "This investment will help ensure Wisconsin is meeting the demands of the 21st century and creating good family-supporting jobs to support the workforce," end quote.
6:37 now. Beltline drivers, now's your chance to be heard. WisDOT's now conducting a new study on the stretch of highway between Highway 14 in Middleton and County Road and in Cottage Grove. They're going to be taking a look at infrastructure, safety, operational, and accessibility concerns. There's a virtual public hearing scheduled for December 4th. It's at 5:30 on YouTube. It'll allow staff to present and get some feedback. We have a link to the study's website on ours, channel3000.com.
Time right now is 6:38. I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to the nice warm temperatures over the next couple of days.
Get a little bit of a warm up at least for now. Let's check in with Savannah Brito and look at your first warn forecast. Hi, Savannah.
Yeah, we're looking at the 60s, making a minor return over the weekend, the first half anyways. We're at 29. It's cold for the time being, but temperatures are going to rise pretty quickly. 43. Lots of sunshine expected the early parts of the morning. We will see clouds increase around lunchtime and then into the dinner time frame, with temperatures actually rising into the mid-50s everywhere across south central Wisconsin. So yes, it'll be a mild day. Today's going to be about 5 to 10 degrees above average, most of us closer to 10, but we'll be closer to 20 degrees above average for Friday and Saturday. We'll preview that, the cool down, and who could see the best chance of rain this upcoming weekend in Wisconsin in just a little bit.
Sounds good. All right, Bucks in action last night. Headed into last night, the Bucks had dropped 3 of their last 6 games. The matchup against the Hornets wasn't looking like an easy W, especially without Giannis. Milwaukee fell behind early, and Charlotte held on to the lead. Ryan Rollins led the Bucks in scoring with 25. Miles Turner had 21. Bucks lose 111-100. They are now 7-5 on the season all of a sudden. Next up, they're going to host the Hornets tomorrow. Then on Saturday, you can watch the Bucks and the Lakers right here on Channel 3. The Bucks are hosting LeBron James and company starting at 7 o'clock. That's just one of 8 games that we are broadcasting for free over the air here on Channel 3 and Television Wisconsin. You can find a list of all the times and stations right now by going to the story at the homepage at channel3000.com.
The Wisconsin men's hockey team is preparing for tomorrow's game against Ohio State after splitting their series with second-ranked Michigan and Ann Arbor. The Badgers have jumped 13 spots in national rankings to number 7 after entering the season at 20th. Wisconsin now faces another tough Big Ten opponent in what coach Mike Hastings calls the deepest conference in college hockey.
If you're not ready and you're not good, you can get embarrassed because the players on the other bench, the coaching staffs throughout the league, they're well prepared.
The Badgers return to the Kohl Center tomorrow night at 7 to face Ohio State. The Buckeyes have won 10 of their last 12 matchups against Wisconsin at home, presenting another challenge for the climbing Badgers. 6:40 is your time this morning. Coming up on News 3 Now this morning, we're working for the weekend in the 608. I'll have your 3 things to do next.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
All right, Thursday morning. You know what that means. We are working for the weekend in the 608. Josh Breiter is here to help plan out the weekend for you and your family. Hey, Josh.
Hey, Chris. The holiday season is upon us, and it's certainly showing in this week's planner. Here are your 3 things to do this weekend in the 608. The 37th annual Holiday Fantasy and Lights returns to Olin Park. This is a free drive-through tradition brought to you by NECA and IBEW Local 159. Enjoy 6 weeks of festive displays starting at dusk Saturday night, running through December 31st. Just watch out for possible John Nolan Drive closures. Updates will be posted for that construction on Facebook. But the show will be open every night with booth hours running 4:30 to 7 or to 10 p.m. rather. We'll be out there to see what's new this year live Monday on News 3 Now this morning. The Dane County Farmers Market is moving indoors for the season with 5 holiday markets at Monona Terrace. The first one is Saturday when doors open at 7:30 in the morning. More than 65 local vendors will offer Wisconsin-grown produce, meats, cheeses, baked goods, you name it, plus holiday favorites like wreaths, soaps, and candles. Cookbooks, merchandise, and gift certificates will also be available. Then on Sunday, Madison Comic-Con is back for its winter show at the Monona Terrace. This runs from 10 to 4:30. You'll find comic book dealers, artists, special guests, plus toys, trading cards, and collectibles. The long-running convention returns with fun for all ages just in time for the holidays. Tickets for that are $12. For more happenings this weekend in the 608, just go to channel3000.com. Savannah's joining us now. We're just over a week away from lighting the Hilldale holiday tree. Can you believe it?
How is that already here?
The holidays are like in full swing.
Flying by.
It is.
Yeah. So a little insider tip, if anybody's headed to the Olin Lights, Fantasy and Lights this weekend or anytime, use Olin Avenue from Park Street so you don't get caught in the backups on John Nolan, or you can take Lakeside Street too. That's another little shortcut. There you're not stuck in the lights You know, the traffic light. So if you're coming in from that way, the lines will be a lot shorter and you can just slip right in.
I remember when I first moved to Madison back in 2018 and
backs up all the way to the belt line.
It's insane. It's insane. So I know it's going to be a big weekend and, you know, a lot of people just look forward to this time of year.
I think I went early last year, so I really didn't have any traffic, but we also went like right as it was dusk, so it wasn't fully dark yet, but you can still see the lights.
Good tip, yeah.
Old Fashioned was my favorite last year. That was so cool.
Yes. Yeah, there's a lot to look forward to there.
Absolutely.
So, a lot of fun this weekend.
All right, Josh is always looking for inspiration to share in the 608. Got an idea for him? Reach out and let him know about it. All right, let's take a look. See the Packers, Badgers, actually in action this weekend, of course.
This is the forecast for Indiana specifically because there might be some people across the Madison area or south central Wisconsin that are going to head down because it's not too far of a drive down to Bloomington. So this is the forecast. Temperature is going to be a lot warmer down there than what we're going to see here. I'll show our local weekend forecast for Saturday and Sunday in a little bit. They're actually going to see temperatures rise up to about 70. That's more so as the game time comes to an end, about 60 with a lot of cloud cover around the morning. That kickoff is at 11 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be breezy down there. We're also going to have pretty windy day and conditions both Saturday and Sunday here locally. 29 in Madison, 30 in Verona, 32 in Belleville. There are a lot of 20s out there outside of Dane County as well. 28 this morning in Janesville, 22 in Lone Rock, and 26 in Boscobel. The difference is we don't have wind chills across most area. There are a few that are seeing speeds upwards of about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Those locations specifically like Monroe, Watertown, Juneau, and towards the lake are waking up with one. We don't have one right now in Madison. Starting to see that sunrise, beautiful. Hopefully you were able to catch the northern lights or at least photos of that. Some of that you weren't able to see that to the visible eye the last couple of nights. But cloud cover is going to move in tonight. There's not as great of a chance as temperatures warm up later this afternoon, close to about 55. So we'll be about 10 degrees above average. As far as winds go, they're still out of the northwest right now. The gusts are going to be about 5 to 10 miles per hour, maybe 15. That's more so northeast of Madison, but then they come back out of the south later this afternoon into the evening. We're going to see temperatures warm up a little bit more Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's when we'll see temps drop the second half of the weekend. That's also when we're going to see breezy conditions return. So tomorrow looks pretty good, warmer, dry, and we won't see as windy of a day. Once we hit Saturday around midnight, Friday night into Saturday, that's when our wind speeds are going to increase. A chance for showers will return, although I think the better chance is going to be well north of here, the Green Bay area, Door County, up towards northern Wisconsin and the Minocqua area with a pair of 2 cold fronts. These are going to move quickly. Our winds back out of the northwest and much cooler temperatures by Sunday. So it'll still be warm for Saturday, breezy. Can't rule out a couple of stray showers. I just think ultimately that green shaded area north of Madison is where the better chance is going to be. And then we're down to 45 Sunday. The 40s stick around for most of next week.
All right, Savannah, thank you. Target, okay, don't adjust your sets. Target is lowering prices on thousands of items in an effort to help family budgets this holiday season. Right. So starting this month, prices on certain food, beverage, and essentials are going to be reduced. That includes hickory smoked bone-in hams, apples, pie crust, cold medicine, a lot of stuff here. The company says its price reductions will continue through December.
Well, that is some big news. To Rock County we go now, where a new skate shop is coming to Beloit. Superb Skate Shop is set to open up to the public this weekend. It'll be located inside the Castle Beloit and will offer customers skateboarding equipment and gear. The store is set to hold its grand opening ceremony on Saturday and will be giving customers special discounts and giveaways.
Meanwhile, Apple, check this out, is unveiling a new limited edition pocket case for iPhones. It's a 3D knitted iPhone pocket that'll be made of stretchy nylon and polyester. It's got pleats, a short version of the pocket that fits on your wrist too, or attached to a bag. It goes for $150, offered in 8 different colors. The case is designed to fit any iPhone model and will go on sale tomorrow. What do you think?
I don't like it.
Yeah, it looks like it's a satchel thingy. I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure it'll be popular, but not for me.
Yeah, imagine me walking around in one of those pink ones.
$150 too? I don't know.
Yeah, I know. It's a little pricey.
Yeah, I feel like Grandma could knit
Just
one
saying.
for you right there, too. All right, 6:50 right now. Coming up in the morning sprint, Dane County's newest budget is now being approved, how it could impact your wallet and the Sheriff's Department.
If you have a little kiddo turning 3 soon, let us know. We'll share their picture on TV. 6:54, time for the morning sprint.
After convening for the first time in nearly 2 months, the House passed a funding bill that President Trump signed into law, marking an official end to the government shutdown. The bill funds the government through the end of January, extends funding for SNAP benefits for a full year, and reverses shutdown-related layoffs of federal workers. But the legislation does not include the extension to the Affordable Care Act tax credits, upsetting many Democratic lawmakers who worry health care costs for many of their constituents will skyrocket in the new year.
The government shutdown may be over, but headaches for those traveling by air continue. Flight restrictions imposed by the FAA last week because of the shutdown resulted in nearly 1,000 flights being canceled today and more than 2,000 flights delayed. There is no word yet as to when the FAA will lift the flight restrictions.
Greenfield police need your help in locating 74-year-old Mark Ziegler. He's been missing since November 5th. Ziegler is a double leg amputee and was last seen at home and missed a weekly dinner with friends. He is 5'6", 160 pounds with gray hair and blue eyes, often using an electric scooter. His 2007 blue Chrysler Town & Country van, equipped with a handicap ramp and a VIP sticker, is also missing. If you know where he is, contact the Greenfield Police Department at 414-761-5300.
Madison police arresting a 23-year-old man following some police activity in an apartment. This was yesterday morning on Fair Oaks Avenue near the Garver Feed Mill. Gunfire activated the building's sprinkler system, causing significant water damage. No injuries reported. Stay tuned for updates on the charges he may face and any further developments.
Dane County's new budget is approved. It consists of over $900 million in spending, and property taxes are set to rise by 15%. The Sheriff's Department will freeze 20 vacant positions, and county employees face a 1% pay cut. Despite these measures, a $31 million structural deficit looms for 2027.
Well, it's definitely a cooler start this morning, but that won't set the tone for later. 55, and then we've got a couple of 60s before the big drop Sunday. 45. It'll also be pretty breezy over the weekend, but pretty decent Saturday.
Double nickels for your Thursday.
Not bad at all. CBS Mornings is next.